Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I'm going to show you how to clear engine codes. Let's go ahead and get started. In order to be able to complete this task of clearing your engine codes, really all you need is just an Obd2 scanning device, whether it be a handheld device here. This is just a cheap one here I picked up for 10-20 bucks, or you can have a more elaborate one like they use in a professional garage, which can range up into the thousands of dollars. Or you can use a Bluetooth attachment right here. It just plugs right into your Obd2 port and it just communicates via an app through your phone. And then last but not least, what I have there is an adapter. If you have an older vehicle that has the Obd1 type of attachment to the ECU, you're not going to be able to connect here because it's a different connection point. So this adapter pretty much converts on one end the Obd1 to an Obd2, so that way you can connect your device. Now you do need to make sure that the device you're using can read the Obd1, otherwise you're going to have problems. So that's what we'll need. What we're talking about is that check engine light that goes on right here on your panel, or it could be a service engine soon message, depending on the make and model of your car. It could be different, but that's what we're talking about right there, is how to clear that off. Now, the first thing to remember is that those codes are there for a reason. And basically what has happened is your car's ECU has gone ahead and ran its usual check on different sensors and different components. And for whatever reason, something has come back that you first had a pending fault code and then it was confirmed. If you want to understand more about the difference between a pending and confirmed fault code, you can check out my video via the link above, where I kind of went in more details for us what that is. But for this video here, at this point, the code has been confirmed. Therefore, you have the light that goes off on your dash. Now, a lot of times people will ask me, how do you clear it? That's why I'm doing this video. So it's just going to be a quick video, but just kind of showing how to do that. You don't want to go ahead and clear that without first running a diagnostic, connecting to your Obd2, whether it be through a handheld device or a more professional device, or even just a Bluetooth device, because you want to see exactly what that code is saying. There's obviously something that's wrong that needs to be addressed. So you want to address that first. I'm not in any way encouraging anybody just to clear that off to get it off your dash, but you need to look first at what the cause is, fix that issue. But what I'm talking about is sometimes with a vehicle is once you fix the issue, you may have to drive it for a few cycles around before it actually goes through everything and acknowledges that it's been corrected and shuts it off. Sometimes, like myself, I like to clear those off right away. So if I go in and I replace a sensor or I fix whatever the problem is, if it's an emissions leak, whatever, I like to clear the codes off immediately, wipe it clean. That way I can take the car for a nice long drive, come back and then run a report and make sure that things are functioning properly and that it's not picking up any more errors. So that's what this is pertaining more so, is to clearing those off. You've corrected the problem, and now you're wondering, how do I clear off that check engine light because I've fixed the problem? And this is what we're going to do first. To start, we need to locate the actual Obd2 port. So coming underneath the dash here, I'll show you where it's located under the dash. And you'll see it located right up here. That's it. And these can be located, usually they're under the dash on the driver's side, but in the case of this vehicle, it's right in the middle. Sometimes they'll be on the far right, far left. So you have to kind of get underneath, take a look, and find that port, but that's what it looks like right there. Let's go ahead and plug into it so we can get a reading and see what's the error code and how to clear it. What I'm going to be using here is this little Obd2 Bluetooth connector that plugs in and it communicates to the app on my phone. This particular one here is very inexpensive. It does pretty good. It gives you a lot of readings on different sensors. You can clear your codes, do all that stuff. It's not as complex as some of the more professional ones, so it won't give you all the little intricate detail, but you can track with charts and reports, all that. It's really cool. If you want to see the product review I did on this particular one, you can check that out via the link above. Let's go ahead and plug this in so we can fire up the app, and then I'll show you how to clear the code. Go ahead and plug that in. Let's fire up the app. We're going to fire up the app now. I'm using Torque Pro, which is a very good app. I think it's only like $4 or $5 at the App Store. Make sure we get a connection here. Go ahead and turn the power on, but not start the vehicle.
Connected to OBD.
All right, so we have a connection. You're going to go back here to the main menu, and depending on the app that you're using, the process may be different. But in this case here, if you are using an Obd2 scanner, an app as I am, you're going to go to fault codes, hit the scan, and that'll run it through. There's our code there. Okay, we've taken care of that. So next we're going to click here. We're going to hit clear faults on the ECU. And when I hit that, we're going to see the light flash, and then it'll shut it off, clearing the computer. Let's see here. And there it went. Shut it off. Now, in the event that you're using a handheld device, here's how you would do that. So we have a vehicle here. As opposed to just showing the little engine icon lit up, it'll say service engine soon. Means the same thing, basically, that you just have some engine codes that were generated that need to be addressed. So we're going to go ahead and connect up to it. And as mentioned already, providing that you've already addressed those issues, now we're ready to clear those codes. And here's a little cheap handheld scan tool. You can pick these up, I don't know, in the range of 10 to 20 bucks. They don't give you as much functionality as the Bluetooth version, or definitely not like the professional units as shown here. But this one here definitely will do the job. This one will enable you to check your codes and also to clear it. Let's go ahead and hook it up, and I'll show you how this one here would clear out the code. Once we turn the power on the vehicle, you'll see there it acknowledges that. So now what we're going to do is hit enter, and it's scanning it now. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and scroll through. See what the codes are. So it says right here that there's 4 codes that are found. These have been taken care of. So basically you've got your misfire, well, random misfire, and then I believe that one there is for a mass airflow bad reading on that as well. So next that we're going to do, we're going to go back to the main menu, and on this particular scanner you just flip through the menu and you'll find here you can either rescan it or you can erase. So we'll go ahead and hit erase. It's going to say yes or no. We're going to hit yes. Erase is done. So now we're going to go ahead, we're going to fire up the vehicle, and that should have taken out the check engine light. And you can see there it went. Everything is off, the light is gone. Now at that point, just driving around with the vehicle, run it through, let it cycle through everything, and then just go ahead and check your car's computer, make sure that it didn't register any other codes that are in a pending status. If it is, then you may have other issues that have to be dealt with. If not, then you've successfully removed those codes, turned off the light, and you're good to go. If you're dealing with an older vehicle, you may have this port here, which is actually an Obd1 port. That's before they had the 2s on the newer vehicles. You can also check your engine codes and clear them through this as well. But what you'll need to use is what we have here. It's an adapter. And basically the adapter on one end, as you can see here, is the Obd2 port that you can connect your modern scan tool or Bluetooth to. And then on this end here, it has the Obd1 connection that would then plug in to that ECU there. You just need to make sure that the scan tool you're using is compatible with the Obd1, otherwise it's not going to do you any good. Once again, depending on the different devices, the process may be slightly different, but overall, if you're trying to clear your codes after you've corrected the problem and you don't want to be patient enough to let your car cycle through your driving cycle to acknowledge it, you can use either an Obd2 scanner with a Bluetooth, as I just used here, or the handheld devices shown as well. There's also other scanning tools also that can do that. But bottom line is you are going to need to connect to your system through the Obd2 port and with whatever device can clear it. And then what you would do then is clear it at that point, and it'll clear all record of that. and then you're free to drive. What I like to do afterwards is then I'll just run a test on all the different components and sensors, make sure that everything is good. If it pops back up again with the same problem, then you need to address that issue, because if you did correct the problem already, something beyond that is still the issue. So that pretty much wraps up this video. Just want to do a quick video. As mentioned before, people have asked how to clear it, so I just wanted to make that known. Please send me any questions, any comments. I would love to hear from you. I hope this video helped you out. As always, I appreciate all the support, so please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.